¿Cómo estás? Have on earphones because the washing machine is going on in the back, and these are noise cancellating. They are Bose in the rose gold. Get it? Rose gold. I fell in love with them. I've had the ear things redone. I contacted Bose and they sent me the new earphone pieces and stuff. I'm going to hold on to these babies as long as I can. I love them. They are also wireless, but they are also wired, which means I can attach the wire and don't have to worry about using the battery. Hello, everyone. I have been out of the loop, jumping in here and there on my Slack channel saying hello. Hi, Sister Yoshi. How are you? Mwah, 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 mwah. I have been, as I said, jumping in and out of some lives on some videos, behind on videos. There has been so much going on. Hey, Bradley, how are you, darling? It's good to see people and talk to a few people. I have a few people's numbers offline and I've kept in contact with a few people. So let me start off by saying we have you on the TV. Hello, Yoshis. Mwah, mwah, mwah. It is so good to see you guys are doing so well and the bonuses. And Mama and Sister Yoshi, my goodness, I may have to borrow $1 or two. You guys are doing so well. You may have to adopt me as an official Yoshi and, give me the extra magic. I have been having some life struggles. My family, as I've said before, I am the trustee of the family trust, which means I'm the administrator, I'm the overseer, I am the person in charge of the rental property. One is this adobe that I live in, which is my childhood home. It is not my home per se. I do not own it. It is part of a trust. There is also another rental property that is a home that is in the trust that is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, living room, kitchen. It's an older home. It is not modern and up to date. You may see things shaking here. My leg keeps hitting the table. I was served in early April with a lawsuit from the tenant who is unhappy with her conditions. And part of it is she wanted someone to snap, jump to it, to her request, which if you are a tenant or a landlord, you know that if you contact a company and they don't have an immediate appointment and you contact several companies and they all are tied up, you have to get in line and wait. She wasn't happy with that. So because it is in current litigation, I cannot speak much about it, but it has been very stressful. It has been exhausting. It has been emotionally draining for me because I've always tried to do the right thing. As a landlord, as a co-landlord, when my father was alive, concerns, complaints, issues, we try to be timely, we try to be forthcoming, and there are just people in the world who want something for nothing, who are not happy, who are looking for a way to come up, who will use the system to their advantage. And I believe I am part of that. That being said, I am very blessed that my parents left me with properties that were already paid for, even though the home I live in currently needs some work, some woodwork, and some other things. They are paid for because there are landlords and owners who have not been paid rent during either the whole pandemic or part of the pandemic. And unfortunately, there are a lot of landlords who are going to or are who have are or will be in foreclosure soon, because there are tenants who have not paid rent. Some were able to pay partials and did not, and there were some who were able to pay complete rents and chose not to. Our financial system, as we know it, is going to do a big, excuse my French, dump. There are going to be a lot of repossession of vehicles. There's going to be a lot of defaults on credit cards, personal loans, mortgages, student loans. And I say this because there is a lot of layoffs that have happened and continue to happen, especially here in California. There are going to be a rush of jobs for people in certain sectors. There's going to be a small pool of jobs, but a lot of applicants. Then there are going to be people who just don't want to work. They could care less. You could make $20 at McDonald's or at the grocery store, or that they just don't want to work. So they are going to steal from businesses. They're going to steal from individuals. Carjackings are on the rise. As we all know, resale theft, where people are walking into stores, armfuls, cartfuls, multiple people are going into businesses and literally robbing the blind. It is very sad. I don't know if people follow the Bay Area news or if it's known that one of the biggest retailers in downtown San Francisco has chosen to leave, and that's Nordstrom's and Nordstrom's Rack. Nordstrom's is in the, I believe, Westfield or Westchester Mall in downtown San Francisco. And if I'm not mistaken, they are either on 2 or 3 floors of the mall. It's a huge, huge location. So, things are going on. Besides that lawsuit, I am finally, after almost a year, wrapping up the final part of my lawsuit for my car accident that I was in last June. And I spoke about that. And there are pictures, I think, on the other channel of the vehicle that I was in that was rear-ended by a drunk driver. That is finally coming to some closure. There's some last-minute things that have to be done and negotiated, and then we've finally come to a settlement with the insurance company about that issue. That was a little stressful because, I still suffer some PTSD from that. Anytime I hear like loud screeching, loud brakes, I hear, like cars like coming, or I see them in my rear view coming up really fast. I still get heart palpitations. I still have the, oh my God, it's still with me. It is still with me, especially at night. If I see bright headlights coming up behind me, yeah. And then on top of that, the lawsuit, the car issue, then there were some things about the trust that needed to be adjusted. And that was a legal process. And we just got that part settled. And I have to, as an administrator, I have to let all parties, oops, almost wasted coffee. Yes, I am drinking coffee at 9:45 West Coast time. This is my first cup of coffee all day. So there were some issues with the trust that needed to be adjusted. There were some unforeseen things that happened that my parents did not leave a leeway for. And as a trustee, I had to take care of that. And then all the people that are part of the trust, which is my sibling, my children, my grandchildren, which would have been my parents' great grandchildren, things had to be sorted out. An attorney or attorneys had to be hired. We had to do the legal process. That is finally done. Then, on top of that, this is the time of the year, the first 4 to 5 months of the year is when I have all my cycle of medical issues. Not issues, but my medical doctor visits. That would be oncology for my cancer. That would be endocrinology for my thyroid and my gland. Um, my primary, my mammogram. Um, who else? My breast surgeon, the surgeon who now, makes sure everything is so that's like 4 doctors, you know, doing that. And then if you are so fortunate is to make it into a woman, as a woman, make it into a certain time part of the year of your life. And some women have started in as early as their 20s. Da, 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 I'm in going through menopause. Yay. So it's been a trying, month. A lot of issues coming to a head, started. And then, there's my personal life and my professional life. My second job is, I did not know multi-million dollar corporations still were run like some mom and pops. Actually, some mom and pops are probably are run better than this multi-million dollar corporation that I have gone into working for. So I have not really been playing slots at the casino because I have not gone into a casino since probably January when I saw January, February, when I saw the Good Life 88, New Jersey Slot Guy, Crow Slots, KDC Slots, Ivy Slots, and the big payback. Yeah, so I haven't been to a casino, since then. I played Chumba and I've posted some of my Chumba wins. Some of them I didn't. So that is how I've been slotting. But I do plan on this month, in the month of May, to go to a casino and do some slots. But there are going to be some lifestyle changes I'm going to have to make because there is some work that has to be done on the house. And because of the lawsuit, there are some things I need to prepare for just in case. So the gambling will have to be tempered quite a bit. The second job, the people that I work with are cool. They're good people. Some of them, unfortunately, have not had what I would say is proper training as far as procedures and day-to-day goings on, if that makes sense. Things that happen every day, things that can happen, if certain things happen, how to go about that. They are learning from coworkers, which I've only been there since December of last year. I am still learning. I'm still processing. And I think they are at a disadvantage, and it's a disservice to them to not give them the proper training that they need. Hey, Goldie. Hope things are going well in Nevada. We are having rain on and off here in Northern California. Last week it was in the 70s, sunny and clear, air conditions on. This week we are with the heater. Right now it says it's 52 and cloudy. It has rained on and off 3 or 4 times today. So, the second job, I do my job, I clock in, I do my work. I clock out for an hour lunch. I clock back in. I clock out. And long as my check clears every Thursday, I'm a happy camper. I did cut back my hours, my days. I was working 32 hours a week, 4 days a week. I told them as of May 1st, I could only work 3 days a week, 24 hours, because there are things that I need to do personally and as a trustee in my life. As you can see, the work box, and you don't see the two file totes here on the floor. Um, so it's good to see that you guys are having good weather. Um, so, there are things that I have to do. So I really needed to, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was not enough time in a week to take care of do my first job, which is to help and assist my son with his day-to-day things, my personal things, and then there's paperwork and stuff that has to be done for me for the trust, my son with his appointments, my appointments. So I needed another day, preferably during the week. So I made arrangements with my second job. But I mean, it's a cool gig. It could be better if managed better. That's all I'm gonna say. I will say this, and I say this regularly at work, and some of my coworkers have adopted it. It's a shit show. It's a shit show, and it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that we have to. We're still running businesses in certain ways. I've had the pleasure and been fortunate and blessed enough to work with some very organized people in business. From what I call Bibles, which are your manuals to tell you how to run systems, samples or examples of how forms are filled out, procedures on from A to Z, just the whole gambit, not just an oral tutorial of things, but actually manuals and written procedures on how things go. Unfortunately, my part-time job does not have that. My kids, my sons, both of my sons know that if something were to happen to me, I become incapacitated, they can go to a certain place, take keys, open things. There are passcodes, there are keys, there are combinations, there are locations, there are numbers that if I'm not able to run my household or take care of business as a trustee, they can work together and step in and do these things. And I say that because that's how I was taught. And I hope other people teach their children, because if you do your children, or if you have a business, if you are a independent contractor, you do yourself a disservice if someone has to come in behind you, or if you work with someone, or even if you have an assistant, or you are an assistant to someone, if they don't give you all you need to do your job. It's a disservice. So, from bank accounts to everything. So the second job is going okay. I am in the service industry, Goldie. I went back to corporate America. Technically, I am considered a food clerk. That is my official title. But what I do is I'm a cashier for a gas station, a fuel station with Safeway in Alameda, California. So when you come in to buy gas and snacks or whatever, I ring you up. Now that could be from gas to snacks to oil to tobacco products. And you have to know how to work the pumps. You have to know how to stop a pump if there's a pump leak, if somebody should drive off with part of the hose, if there is a problem with the pumps, who to call for repairs, any of the systems, so there's a whole procedure. And I did not know it was that technical. And It is. It's not just a cut and dry job, you know. And I respect that. I just don't respect the fact that if somebody new walks in and says, "Hey, how do I fill out this form?" and somebody can't explain it to them, I can't go to, I'm used to going to, just say, a book, and the book has, take the form. On line A would be where the such and such goes, and then such and such goes, and then there's a actual photocopy or whatever of one filled out with a step by step. We don't have that, which I think is a disservice to the staff. Um, I'm dealing with that now and have been for over a year now. It's a huge disservice. Yeah, it's a huge disservice. And I'll say this, Goldie, in your field of work, you guys have what I call it a Bible. You have manuals that tell you how to do things, how to operate machinery, how to follow a procedure if a client or a patient or whatever needs certain services or needs certain things. Somebody can come in and grab it and turn it, go to the tab and say, oh, okay, they need this, this, and this. That's the type of thing I'm used to. And I've gone to work for one company that did not have that. And the manager came in and says, oh no, we need to close down for this amount of time and we need to get this. We need to do this. So she gathered up all the old stuff and, refreshed and changed forms and stuff and everything. And you get into something what you put out of it. And I will say that my channel, my slot channel, this channel is not as organized as it could be because I have not put in the work. I do not do the editing the way that it could be done. There's so many things I could do to probably increase my membership, to take it to the next level, the equipment, the software, all that. Am I satisfied with what I have? Yes. But if I want to take my channel or as a creator to the next level, I have to invest in it in a different way. Plain and simple. So, yes, Sister Yoshi, I hope it gets better for you also. So then there's that. Then there is also, it's time to supposedly transition from winter wear to spring summer wear. And I'm looking in my closet going, holy shit, I got all this stuff. So I'm in the process of, if you did not know, I am a former shoe whore. I will say that. Bags and shoes were my weakness, still are. I'm not as bad as I used to be. I have purses on 2 shelves. I have shoes. I don't have as many shoes as I used to. I have donated quite a few. I keep some for sentimental value. I have shoes. I have a pair of Brian Atwood shoes that are absolutely positively beautiful. They are 5 inches. I am 5'8", so yes, I like being tall. And I have a couple of pair of shoes that all they do is swing in the air. Use your imagination. I have shoes that are all day heels or flats. I have some that are good from getting out of the car to walking to a beautiful table or a bar stool, walking to the bathroom, back to the bar stool, back to the car. And I have some that are just for, I look cute. Let's see the collection. To Sister Yoshi, if my closet was clean, I would put you on my phone and take you in my closet. But right now, my closet is a shit show. I got purses and hats and scarves and wallets, and I got to get some kind of organization. First of all, my closet's too small. Second of all, I have not done an inventory in quite a while. I've added to it. This is what last year I had a pair of shoes, custom made. They are red, they are beautiful. I have yet to wear those shoes. Those shoes will be worn this year. Custom leather red shoes. They have, one of the owners is a lady of the business, and she had a pair of black penny loafers. It didn't quite have the high heel, it had a thinner heel on them. They were absolutely beautiful. I want those shoes. I paid $400, a little over $400 for a custom pair of shoes that I got a discount as a new customer because they were actually like $600 and some dollars. And I have yet to wear them. I have 2 or 3 pairs of shoes that are still in the box. I haven't worn yet. Yes. Yes. Okay. Hold that thought. Sister Yoshi usually gets her wish. Okay. This is how much I love Sister Yoshi. Hey, Miss Karen, how are you? You're just in time for show and tell. So this is the beautiful box that they came in. This is the custom box. Here is the shoe bag that they gave me. The pads for the back of the shoe, for the balls of my feet. The beautiful card and the company and the thank you and the business. And if you're interested, I will give you their website if you're interested. I will make their website available. And Sister Yoshi wanted to see these custom red shoes. Well, Sister Yoshi, there they are. Mini margarita cupcakes. Oh, do we get samples? Yeah, these are custom made. As you can see, I have not worn them yet, but they are custom made. This is a custom color, handmade in Africa. When I tell you the workmanship, I don't know if you can see that, but the workmanship and the craftsmanship is absolutely positively beautiful. And I have not worn these puppies yet. So they will get worn this year. I don't care if I wear them with a pair of jeans and a cowboy hat. They're getting worn this year. I've had these shoes. It's going on a year. I have purses, bags all over the place. So I've got to do an inventory and of bags. Shoes, I'm not too worried about. But the bags, the hats, the scarves, got to do an inventory. So it's time to wear them. I know, Sister Yoshi. I just bought a pair of really cute jeans, and I have a beautiful white button up, a really nice white button up that's not traditional, like 3/4 sleeve, that's really nice. And I've got a really nice, like, I think I've worn the hat before in another video. And the girls are talking about doing a brunch, excuse me, going to brunch. So I may wear those, um, go to brunch and put those on, and a nice pair of jeans and maybe a red t-shirt or a red tank or something, and a nice leather jacket or something. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. Um, so I've got to do the cleaning and everything. I would be afraid to wear them and scuff them up. That has been one of the things I'm worried about, because I do have a beautiful pair of black leather heels, and I did scuff up the heel, and they try to straighten it and glue, and it just doesn't look the same. So, yeah. Wait, inventory for shoes. What does that mean? It means that I need to take inventory of all the purses, all the wallets that I have, because I have some mini clutches and different little wallet. Your sister will explain it to you, Yoshi. She'll explain it to you. Let's just say I kind of hoard stuff and I don't wear it all. I've got some purses and some shoes like that one. I got a couple of more pair that I have not worn yet that I need to wear. So what I mean by inventory is I need to look at everything that I have, because I have not looked at it maybe in a long time. So I'm not even sure. My goal is, before I buy anything new, as far as purses, shoes, scarves, wraps, anything, I need to know what I have. So I don't, like, I know now that I don't have a nice pair of black heels, just plain black heels, kind of like those red ones. So that would be something I would buy. I would not buy a red heel because I have a pair of red heels I have not worn, even if they were in a different style. But Sister Yoshi will explain it to you, Yoshi. She will. Miss you guys too. I miss really interacting online, catching you guys on Saturday. A lot of times when you guys are doing your lives on Saturday, I'm in the midst of getting ready for work. I work 1 to 10, and I usually leave home about 12:15 to go to work. So about 11 when you guys are starting, I'm really trying to get up, have breakfast, do the stuff and get dressed to get ready to go to work. So I can sometimes hear you guys, but I can't really like interact. I'll have you guys like on in the car where I can hear, but I can't like type. So, I miss a lot of stuff. Okay. I may, they're doing the bus, and I may try to, you want a pair. I'll send you the guy's website. They usually deliver them in person, but I think they can probably ship. But I'll remind me to give you the gentleman's name and his business information. And I mean, you can go to the website. Do you have Christian Louis Vuittons? No, I had a chance to buy a pair of Christian Louis Vuitton, but I don't like the way they're cut. Some of the more fashionable ones are cut in a pointy, and because I wear a size 11 and that heel goes down, and it kind of, I don't like that. I've kind of gotten away from that as I've gotten older. I don't wear a lot of pointy shoes. I'm more for a relaxed, a rounder, or more of an open point. I don't do the extreme pointy. And with Christian Louis Vuitton, um, I don't know. It's something about certain shoes, just because they're name brand, they don't appeal to me. Now, I will tell you who I still love. And I had a pair, you're not going to believe this, and I left them in Vegas in a hotel by accident. I had a very beautiful silver and crystal pair of Manolo Blahniks. Very beautiful. Cannot find them again to save my life. I don't even see them like in vintage secondhand shops. I think there were only like 200 pair of them made. And I was in LA and I went to a Nordstrom's. No, I'm sorry. I wasn't in LA. Where was I? Was I in Phoenix? I may have been in Phoenix. I may have been in Sedona. And I went to a shop and they had them. They had them in my size. They were a little tight. So I took them to a cobbler. If you don't know what a cobbler is, that's a shoe person. It could be shoes. It could be bags. It could be a cobbler. And he warmed up the leather. I mean, not warmed up the leather, warmed up the material just enough to give me enough stretch. And I wore them. I went to this really big shindig in Vegas. I think it was in 2012? 2012, no. It was the end of 2010. Yeah, it was before I found out I had breast cancer. So it was either late 2010 or early 2011. I went to this really big, great shindig, and I had this really cute, like cream and silver dress, and I had these very beautiful Manolo Blahniks, and I believe I put them in the shoe bag, and we were running late, and we were going to miss our flight. And I put the box and everything in there. I forgot to put the shoes in the box. Got home, opened the box, and was like, oh shit. And I called the hotel, and of course, my shoes were not there. Yeah. So that wouldn't be the first time. I've left some Dolce & Gabbana glasses. Yeah, anyway. I have a bad habit of leaving stuff somewhere. It's crazy. So now it's like I have a checklist. Even before I walk out a hotel door, after I've packed, I'll open every drawer, I'll open every cabinet, I'll do everything now because I'll leave something, an earring, a watch, sunglasses. I've lost prescription glasses. It's crazy. Let me go back and catch some of this. Do you have Christian? I asked her and she laughed at me. Yes, Miss Karen, we should go. We should make a chance to go to Tahoe. Tahoe is so fun. But you know, you guys really better be careful about going to Tahoe. Because I don't know if Miss Karen has heard this. Yeah, I've heard that too. I wear a size 10. Yeah. I don't know. I will never forget. I left a pair of 400 diamond earrings on the hotel nightstand like 14 years ago. I was so sick about it. Of course, I called. They were going, yeah. I did that at an A's baseball game. I had this, my aunt had gave me this beautiful ruby and diamond ring. And I didn't take it off and put it in my pocket. I took it off and set it on the thing, washed my hands, went out the door, turned around, came back in, and it was gone. I did not get another piece of jewelry from that woman until she passed away and I inherited her jewelry. Because I had to tell her. So, but about Tahoe, there have been things about the snow melt in Tahoe coming this spring, this summer and stuff. And as of a couple of days ago, it was snowing again in Tahoe. I don't know if Goldie is still online. The weather I know in Vegas has been cool, but in Tahoe it was snowing, and they're very concerned about the snow melt in Tahoe, flooding, Also, they were talking about a lot of the citizens of Tahoe are very concerned with a lot of visitors, not just the skiers and stuff, but also the summertime. They're starting to have a revolt because there are people who want to grow Lake Tahoe, and then there are people who don't want extra building because they're going to have to cut some trees and make some room for extra building. So, Tahoe's going to be quite interesting the next couple of years. I don't think it's going to affect far as if you go to a hotel, but a lot of people in Tahoe are not happy about the influx of visitation. And then after what happened this past winter, or some of the stuff that's still going on with that heavy snow. And I don't know what the roads are like with all that snow. I don't know if it deteriorated the roads. I know 50 was a mess. And I know parts of 80 near Truckee and stuff was like absolutely, positively, like just, bombarded. Because if you come up, correct me, Miss Karen, if you're still on, if you come up, I think it's 50. When you get to the side of the mountain at 50, it's only one way in and one way in each direction on the side of that hill. And I kid you not, I two-hand driving on that road, going in and going out if I go 50. A lot of times I'll drive 50 in, but take 80 out. I can't do, I very rarely can do both. I have been in Lake Tahoe and will drive all the way through Reno to come back home because depending on the traffic, I can't sit in that traffic on the side of that mountain. And they've had accidents that have literally backed up on that mountain for miles, just miles upon miles. So, I would really love to meet you guys up there. So as I was saying, there's a lot that's been going on with me. I have really been emotionally exhausted and drained dealing with, the lawsuits, and like I said, wrapping up the collision that I was in last year, and then some of the trust issues, and then it's always a little emotionally draining, exhausting going to see all my doctors. My mammogram was great. My oncology appointment was very good. My surgical appointment was very good. I had to reschedule the endocrinology appointment for personal reasons. My blood pressure is still running, up and down. I have to talk to my medical professionals about one of the medications I'm taking because I have arthritis in my lower spine. I had, after the collision, they did a spine. They checked my back and my spine, and they see some deterioration, and they believe it's arthritis. So I was taking a medication to help with that. It doesn't take it away, but it makes it better than it was. And I did some deep diving today about the medication, and one of the side effects is it raises your blood pressure. So, that is a thing. So, I've just been trying. I'm one of those people, even though I do share my life and stuff on this channel, which I don't have a problem with, there are times when I am very closed off. I don't like bringing my problems to other people because everybody's got something going on. Everybody I know has things going on. There's been unfortunate passing of people, illnesses. People are dealing with, a friend of mine is dealing with, supposedly a will was in the family and it's been gone before a judge, and the judge says it's invalid. Now there's a whole big old thing about that. Everybody is going through something. And I don't like to add my stuff to my plate, especially in my village. So I'll do, I'll be here at the house with books and music and snacks and movies and, mindless television shows, and just really kind of nurture myself. I'll unplug. And that's kind of been what I've been doing. I've been kind of unplugging. I've taken some of the time to really just step back from it. Um, but I've come to realize sometimes, and you don't have to be religious, you can be just a person of faith or a person of belief or whatever. Sometimes the things we fight for the hardest, sometimes are the things that we have to let go. It's meant for us to let go. We're trying to hold on to some things that sometimes a higher being or higher purpose or God or your ancestors or angels want you to let go of. And I'm working on that. I'm working on not just with material things, but emotional baggage, in a lot of areas of my life. I'm learning at 55 to sometimes not to fight. Sometimes you have to lose the battle to win the war. And for me, at this age and this stage, my mental health, my physical health, and my faith are number one. My faith, mental health, physical health. Because if I can't have those things, I can't function. For me, I really can't function. So, that's why I'm always an advocate and really on you guys about making sure you have all your doctor's appointments. Males and females, have your doctor's appointments, get your yearly checkups. You know, um, Whatever your insurance or services can provide, get those. Take your PTO. If you have PTO, take that. You need that disconnect. You need that break. If it's not but for 48, 24, 48, 72, whatever, take that time. Because we go and we go and we go and we go. And a lot of us, if we're not doing something, we feel like we're not being productive. Nobody can be productive all the time. That's where people burn out. And I had to back up, slow down, let the people that I employ, my property management company, my insurance company, I'm going to have to let them handle this because I'm on the verge of putting myself back in a place where I'm going to burn out at 55 if I don't. If I don't put things in place to help me, and I try to run everything, even though that I have certain things go in place, I'm going to burn out. You can burn out. Not just with work, with family, your relationship, as a parent, as a grandparent. The hardest thing that we can do is set boundaries because we never want to see the people that we care about falter, fall, fumble, flounder. But if we don't save ourselves first, we can't help other people. And I unfortunately will spread myself so thin trying to be there for everybody else. I'm not there for myself first. I have that habit that I have my whole life. I by nature, I think I'm a nurturer and I'm a giver, but I have a tendency to not give to myself first. So I just wanted to jump on and give an update. I thank everybody that has come in, everybody that came through. If you're watching this later on a replay, thank you for coming by. There are more updates. I won't be away so far soon. If you have not thought about doing something relaxing, I have gone back to adult coloring. I picked it up while I was in my therapy group during my cancer journey. And there's some beautiful things in the book to color. And I have my pencils and my markers. I also draw. I also write, you know. So, hobbies are good. I got to get out here and get to the museums. I didn't get a chance to videotape because we weren't, but I got a chance last month to go on what was it? I forgot. Was it the 15th? The 15th to go see the Alan Ailey Ballet Company at Zellerbach Hall at UC Berkeley. And when I tell you I could breathe, I am one of the few people I know that I enjoy ballet. I enjoy the opera. If you ever get a chance to see Madame Butterfly, it is absolutely beautiful. If you ever get a chance to see Phantom of the Opera, it is absolutely beautiful. If you ever get to see a ballet, I don't care if it's off Broadway, on Broadway, community theater, museums. I think I'm gonna get back into my thrifting, going to secondhand shops and yard sales and all that. I don't know where I'm gonna put all this stuff because I got some stuff. I got to figure out where I'm gonna put it, but I will. I do the same thing. I am a yes person, always saying yes to help someone, but we need to look out first. You're right, Miss Karen. We do. Coloring. Yes, there are so many things, so many books, and then there's free stuff online. There's stuff you can download. There are books. I have gotten out of the habit of doing it. I'm getting back into the habit of coloring. I also did jewelry and creative arts. So I'm getting back into that. And also, if I can have your moment, if you are a reader like I am, please think about using your public libraries. The public libraries are starting to not be used like they used to. I don't have the books here, but I was going to buy some books and I'm going to start using my public library more to get my books and to show support. So if you are a reader, if you need a manual or something, there are in certain cities and certain libraries, there are tool lending libraries. So if you knew a tool and you don't want to purchase it, see if there is a tool lending library near you or a community tool sharing program, or maybe barter with someone if you can do so, or maybe borrow from a neighbor. But it's been almost an hour. Coloring is just another form of meditation. Sure is. It sure is. Thank you for your time. Like I said, if you're watching this later after the live, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it greatly. I hope you, your family, your village, whoever that may include, are doing well and are safe and healthy. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. And I will see you soon. Take care. Good night.